Yes, I am very, very sad. I am very, very sad about the way things is going, the way things are moving in this very country. The bad governance, the bad leaders that we have has continued to allow the poor citizens die in penury, while these government officials continue to exhibit opulence. They continue to grow their wealth, thereby extorting from the poor masses. They have left us behind. Oh, yes. This country is not doing anything to ensure that the citizens, the general public, are moved out of poverty. Oh, yes. That's the truth. This is something that should have been done so as to eliminate the level of hardship in this very country. But what do these leaders do? They always implement policies that will always be consuming the country's natural resources, the national resources, the national income, the national profit. That is what they always continue to implement. That is the kind of rules they continue to implement. Now we they talk about fuel subsidy. Oh yes, how on earth would someone remove a subsidy without considering the future effect? You did not consider or put in place some measures that may cushion the future effect of this subsidy removal. Let's take for instance, for you to might have removed this fuel subsidy, you should have allowed many refineries to operate. Fix our refineries. For instance, we have modular refinery by all these militants. Just call all of them. Give them license to establish an oil refinery so that they will stop vandalizing our pipelines. That was what this government is supposed to do. Now, the government should also give them the mood of how they will operate. Give them a license of 1 million naira, they will acquire their private licenses and then establish their oil refinery, and will have fuel everywhere. That is what the government is supposed to have done before thinking of removing fuel subsidy. Now, it is obvious. I've in so many ways, so many times, so many of my publications expressed my sadness, my dissatisfactions, my shock and disappointment at the level of insensitivity that is being displayed by this present administration. Yes, let's talk about the recent purchase of SUV, sports utility vehicles, for 109 senators and 360 House of Representative members. Though we don't have a specific cost of this vehicle, but reports had it that each of these vehicles may have cost about 130 something million naira, which means the total sum of this money spent on the purchase of these very vehicles for the NASS is about 57.6 billion naira. Now, let me ask, is this 57.6 billion naira not enough for this present administration to start or commence the fixing of our oil refinery? Is this 57.6 billion naira not enough to establish some other factory? Nigeria only depend on importing goods for survival. And this is one of the cause for the high rates of dollar. We are not using dollar, but dollar is affecting our economy. Why? We are so much dependent on importations. This present administration has never introduced any policy that will elevate Nigerians. They have never introduced any policy that will put an end to the hardship that the citizens are experiencing. I think about 2 or 3 months ago, that should be July, this present administration approved over 70 billion naira for the National Assembly from the 2022 supplementary budget. Is this 70 billion naira not enough for this very present administration to commence the fixing of our oil refinery? Is it not enough for this present administration to start establishing other industries? What do? They lavish this money. What are the reasons for purchasing SUVs, bulletproof, for National Assembly members? What are the reasons? Oh, you people are afraid of your life. You don't want to die. But you always allow other innocent citizens to die in penury. You allow them to perish. You allow them to suffer while you go abroad, spend most of your time over there doing nothing. And what pains me most is that most of these National Assembly members, they are not doing anything at all. They only go to National Assembly, they go there to sleep. After sleeping, they don't initiate a bill. They have never contributed to debates. What they do is they will sleep off. After sleeping, when you ask them, they will tell you that they are having health issues. Oh yes, they're having health issues. And what would the executive members do? They will now approve their medical allowance. They will sign it, give them their medical allowance. They will fly abroad, go to Dubai, go to UK, and relax. Why the innocent citizens are suffering? Now let's look at the food inflation. Yes, the food inflation and the price of other necessary materials has skyrocketed beyond tolerance. Yes. Is this what Nigeria supposed to be doing? Is this what the present administration is supposed to be doing? This is not what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be thinking on how to be productive. They're supposed to be thinking on how to create job for the youth. Every day, millions of Nigerians are graduating, yet they don't have any job. Most of them are out there serving as keke drivers. Some are pushing truck inside the market, doing all sorts of job. Before you know it, they will join 1 or 2 gang. And at the end of the day, they will be apprehended. How do you expect the citizens, especially the youth, to survive in this type of policy? In this type of country? You lavish money, spend money unnecessarily without considering the future effect. This is obvious. I have thought about it many times. And I've also realized that this is not the fault of the president alone. It's also the fault of the senators and the president, the House of Assembly members, the House of Representatives, those high ranking. It is their fault. This country, I don't think it can be better. For this country to be fixed, for this country to be okay in next 5 years, this present administration should start doing something right now. But it's obvious they are not even planning of doing anything. What they know how to do is to lavish our money, spend our money unnecessarily without considering the effect, the negative effect it will have on the poor masses. They will continue to implement and execute their nonsense empowerment that can only benefit few, like 100 persons, 200 persons. They will come out online and start announcing that they have empowered 200 million youths. Who is fooling who? So please, you can also drop your comment, express your opinion, express your feelings as well. You can drop it on your comment on my comment box, please, and don't forget to share and like. Thank you very much.